At this very moment, everything around us has come to a halt. The stock markets have fallen significantly. However, there is currently a great deal of support for cryptocurrency. The current value of one Shiba Inu coin is around 1,200 points. The current price of one Bitcoin is between $82,000 and $83,000. 1,800 Ethereum. In fact, some lovely support is taking shape. We're going to be discussing Shiba Inu coin in this video and specifically how 31 trillion of these coins are currently profitable. That okay is a far cry from the total. That sum does not even come close to being a majority. When compared to the total amount of Shiba Inu coins in circulation, it is a negligible amount. Nonetheless, let's not forget to highlight the beneficial aspects. We must ensure that individuals are motivated. We must confront this fear that is causing problems in the market. Should you find it appealing, I can initiate the process. Hello, my name is Clay. The market is really nervous right now, as you can see. We're going to review these figures, but before we do, let me clarify something. I did not purchase Bitcoin in 2012 or 2013, and that was a choice I made. I'm not sure I would have stuck with it to this point. Of course I would have been filthy rich if I had. However, it was never accomplished. Okay, I did buy in 2017, when the bear market hit in 2018 and everyone said to sell their cryptocurrency since it had peaked. I waited. Additionally, panic was rampant throughout that period. The price of Bitcoin dropped from $20,000 to $3,000. When that setback occurred, I regrettably did not load up properly. Even though I did not properly load up, I persisted in mining cryptocurrency, which is where I began. By the time 2021 rolled around, those who had sold during 2018's lows would have been extremely wealthy had they simply held and kept buying. When the market crashes in 2022, the same thing happens. In a state of panic, everyone sells all they own, gives up, and then returns. Dear everyone, the market operates in cycles like this. Do you know who is currently purchasing cryptocurrency? Whales and establishments. Institutions are accumulating ETFs at an unprecedented rate. All this worry over Trump's tariffs is causing the stock market to go through a slight slump. What I do know is this, isn't it? For the time being, I am unsure of how everything will unfold. Significant expansion is in the horizon. In the coming years, we will achieve great strides. You can now sell from the bottom. Make a sale while they are afraid. They want you to sell to them since they are in the market to buy. I decided to purchase. Do you think I disregard this fear? And after a while you start to lose your emotional investment in the market, which makes things a bit simpler. Fortunately, I've reached that stage. I am amassing a quantity, like I've never saved before, since I can predict when these prices will go up. I intend to take my time, and I pray that you are as well. In light of the foregoing, let us now discuss the Shiba Inu coin numbers. The report states that throughout the first quarter of this year, Shiba Inu coin's price fluctuated, and that it was difficult for the currency to maintain significant market support. The 31.8 trillion Shiba Inu coin is currently profitable, despite its volatility. Information inserted into the block indicates that this accounts for 42% of all tokens in circulation. Of all the tokens in circulation, 31 trillion Shiba Inu coins do not constitute 42%. That leaves me baffled as to how they get at those figures. There are a lot of encouraging signs for the protocol in the search for the profit number of addresses. Despite the persistent volatility with the dog-themed meme coin, it implies that the ecosystem is continuing to grow. This video was recorded at 12:10 a.m. Thus this information is accurate as of the time of writing, 12:33 a.m. about Shiba Inu coins. Thus it is marginally lower now than when the article was written. A considerable 2.5% rise in the past day. The increase has the potential to reawaken investor enthusiasm, even though market players are still wary of long-term growth. There was a 21% drop in trade volumes to $192 million for Shiba Inu coin. And this drop in trade volume isn't it. The market as a whole has seen a 31% decline in trading volume. The reason behind this is that many individuals are currently taking a back seat. Since the market cap has been relatively stable, this may not be considered a significant sell-off. There has been a drop in volume. We are witnessing indecision when prices stay unchanged and trade volume falls significantly. As a warning sign of a sell-off, it would be interesting to see if the volume was significantly higher than the pricing. A huge buying opportunity would present itself if both volume and pricing were greater. Volume, however, is falling sharply. A 31% drop is a pretty significant drop. If those figures hold, then today's trading volume is almost $30 billion lower than yesterday's. However, the fact that prices have stayed the same just indicates that customers are currently unsure. They are confused about their responsibilities. They are uncertain about whether to purchase. Their uncertainty over whether to sell is what's causing those figures to rise. Some investors may think about putting their money into Shiba Inu currency because of the impending uncertainties in the wider financial market. This new information has the potential to increase the value of SHIB even further. As of right now, 56% of the token's 42 trillion SHIB are not yet worth anything. These figures just stack up, and I don't know where they're coming from. There are 10 times as many Shiba Inu coins in circulation as there are in circulation, and the total value of all coins is only around 70 trillion. Therefore, I am confused about the source of their percentages. It states that 8.9 trillion Shiba have been pledged to the open interest by investors in the wider Shiba Inu coin ecosystem. With a volume of almost $110 million, holders are clearly confident in the future of Shiba Inu coin. This is a promising indicator, in case you were unable to see the video I just shared or filmed. For all intents and purposes, open interest is just futures or leverage trading. The fact that Shiba Inu coin futures are being opened shows that individuals are becoming more confident in the cryptocurrency market. People engage in leverage trading when they think they know where Shiba Inu coin is headed. Any kind of leverage trade, whether it's buying long or selling short, shows that traders are sure of the direction. As of this very moment, my friends, that self-assurance is displaying a resumption of its upward trend after having broken through a critical support level. We haven't had to deal with this kind of uncertainty in a long time, and look at us now. Fear has gripped us like it hasn't in a long. This chart shows the fear and greed index for the past 12 months. With the exception of what has transpired in the past month, we have not detected any red. When you consider the past 2.5 years, when Bitcoin was selling for $20,000 per coin, you'll notice that we haven't been this low in that time. There is far too much anxiety in the market at the moment. I think a lot of people are afraid because they hate the present administration and think they are telling a story about what's occurring in the world. No matter how scared you get, guys, there will be expansion in this sector. Institutions will amass trillions of cash, while individuals will reap billions. There is in fact no avoiding it. They're going to reap enormous financial rewards. Nobody gets their share if they give up, succumb to fear, or sell their Shiba Inu coin. So long as we're both ready to hold. Okay, forget about it once you've said it. Okay, I see. Everyone is looking forward to tomorrow's cake. Yeah, I feel the same way. However, waiting is sometimes necessary. We will receive our share if we remain seated here, prepared and eager. We will receive our portion. Plus, I am hoarding. Specifically, I'm engaging in some trading on the CaseX market while I'm out there. You can trade with a leverage of up to 100x and pay 0% in maker and taker costs. In the United States, you will